Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. What's up? We up, baby. Original content, beats by Lonsley. Let's go. SP404. What's up, cuz? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Today I'm working on the SP404 Mark II, and we are going to talk about some secondary functions that are available on the 404 Mark II. Let me see if I can bring my camera down a little bit. Probably this is as close as I'm going to be able to get. But we're going to talk about secondary functions that you have to do in order to make this thing work. All right, so first thing out, let's talk about the things I don't like. First thing that I don't like is that in order for you to play your beat, you got to play it in a pattern, right? So I have a pattern that I made on this track, this pad number 14. So in order to play it, I got to hit 14. In order to stop it, I just hit the pad again. That's cool. But when you are designing your pattern, you have to get out of where you are in the pattern by hitting pattern select, and now it brings you back to where all your sounds and samples are. So you'd have to go through all of your banks to find your sounds that you have on your machine. So then when you get ready to record, you have to go back to pattern select to record into your pattern. So let's say, for instance, I want to add to this pattern. When I hit record, I got to hit back on this again, and then now I'm in rehearsal mode. That's recording mode. And so now I can add any of these samples into the beat. So now I can add any of these samples back into the beat. And so in order to, I was thinking that while I'm in the recording mode, in order for me to get back to the pattern mode, I just hit pattern select again. But no, you have to hit exit, and then it would exit you out of that freaking recording function. This is the 404 is unlike any of the other machines that are on the market as far as like workflow, but it makes you have to sit down and learn the workflow. So what I'm gonna do is there is a gentleman out there by the name of Charles Paris, and prior to him changing his name from to Charles Paris, which is his regular name, Charles Paris Music, he was originally 365 OTG. Well, 365 OTG put out he was able to put out a kind of a cheat sheet, and in the cheat sheet you are able to, let's see if I can pull it up really quick. Documents, go to my documents, and let's search for it really quick. Like, it's called the SP404. SP404. There it is. So we got it. All right. So I'm going to share this on my screen for y'all so y'all can see it. Please don't screenshot the screen. I'm only going to have it up temporarily. So go out and support Mr. Charles Paris, because he puts in a lot of hard work to put these cheat sheets together. So it would be just wouldn't be a nice thing to cheat off of what work he's done so far in this cheat sheet. All right, so brother OTG, so he says that to mute a pad, now you'd have to know what pad you're trying to mute. So when you play, let's exit. When you play these patterns, when you play the patterns, you got to get out of the pattern that you're playing and go to where your samples are at, so you can see what samples are lighting up, so you can see what's playing. So we're gonna do that. All right. So it says shift, reverse, and remain. So it says shift, reverse, and remain is the pad mute. So shift, reverse, and remain. All right, where's shift? Where's reverse? I see shift. So shift is here, reverse is here, and remain. I remember looking for remain one time before, and I couldn't find where remain was, but so it says pad mute is shift, reverse, and remain. So shift, reverse, and remain. Oh, it's right there. Shift, reverse, and remain. All right. So shift, reverse, and remain. And it says, it did a little pop up really quick. It says pad mute mode. Okay. It ain't none of those. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Dun, 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 dun. So pad mute and pad mute automation is shift remain reverse. So it's in reverse. So shift remain in reverse in that order. And pad mute is shift reverse and remain. I don't like that. That is crazy that you got to do it. You can do it in one order and then you got to do it in another. So if your fingers are off and you don't press it the same way that you did the first time, you might fuck it up. Shift reverse and remain puts me in pad mute. And so if I do remain, reverse, and shift, will that take it away? Nah, I don't. Alright, so I don't like it. So it says select 3 pattern menu. So we exit out of that. Let's go back here. Okay, so here we go. We back home on project bank A with all the projects. Alright, so let's skip to something else that I could use. Record effects, motion recording. Motion recording is press record and mark start end to end motion recording. See, all that is too complicated. Too complicated to them do one simple thing. If I wanted to record effects on the MPC, all I had to do was actually click into a preset and move a knob. Here you got to do record, mark, start and end to end motion recording. Alright, so I don't want this stream to be about me complaining about SP404. But this is one of the reasons why I don't mess with the 404 like I would on the MPC, because it's like, it's crazy. Create stems, choose pattern, press copy, press pattern, press remain to choose sounds to bounce. That's cool. Let's go to the PDF so I can open it up a little bit. There we go. So you can kind of read it all. Let's see. One shot playback. Select sound, press hold value knob and gate. Add cue points. Add cue points. Add them from the chop menu, also labeled marks. Add them by pressing mark button. Alright, what else? In DJ mode. Hold shift to reach cue points. Find BPM adjustment. Pitch speed. Turn value knob. Manual F, make adjustments. Quantize, select pattern, select pattern, edit, choose pattern, press record, settings, C2, C3 to adjust quantize. Choose pass to quantize, click value knob to select. Bruh, that is like, what I just read is crazy to me. So imagine somebody who's never even picked up SP404 and they're trying to figure out, what the fuck does that mean? Mute sample, shift and reverse. Pause sample, shift and hold. Lock live play, shift and remain for 3 seconds. Disabled. Matter of fact, I don't even know if y'all can even hear me. Fuck. Let me make sure that I put my damn mic on. Okay, mic is on. Okay, speaker should be right there. Alright, cool. I don't need to hear myself. So see, that's what I'm talking about. It's like speaking another language to other people, and I'm reading it, and I know what some of it means, but some of it I'm like, why do I got to go through all of that? So that is one reason why the SP404 is one of the most difficult in my brain to get my brain around how it works. Let me take these freaking stupid ass earpods out of my ears. But I mean, right now, oh my gosh, hold on, pause the stream. Hey, I'm on the stream. What you need? Every time my wife calls and I tell her I'm on the stream, she's like, okay, bye. She won't tell me what she wants. So mute samples. Again, the problem with muting samples is y'all see that everything blinking is in blue. Maybe you can't see it, but everything right now is blinking in blue. That means there's a beat on that freaking actual pad, and you can play any of those. That this means that the beats are ready to be played. So whatever pad you press, the beat is ready to be played. So what it's telling you that you can actually go in from where you found these. You can go into wherever you found these samples at, and you place them in another secondary place. You can go in and you can mute them so that they don't play when you play your actual song on the pattern. But in order to get back, I hate this. In order to get back where you were, you have to hit pattern select every time. So that's kind of your back button. It also works as the undo button. So if you were to hit shift and pattern select, that will be undo. That is a secondary function that is on the SP404. And this is just a sample that I pulled. I won't tell you who the sample is. I won't play it long because it's going to get my channel taken down for copyright. But that is a sample. This is a sample that I chopped. And I think I made a beat off of that before. So let's go back to pattern select. Not that one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Perfect. Not that one. It's that one, but it's the chops is off, and I didn't remember. I don't know how to go back in. And all right, see you later, Fig. Appreciate you. Take care of that. Actually, that will probably be a good one. That would be a good one to quantize. So let's see. Let's go back to quantize and see how to quantize. It says select pattern, select pattern, edit, choose pattern, press record setting, record setting. Got it. Pattern select, pattern edit, record setting. Got it. C2, C3 to adjust quantize. So this is C2 and this is C3. C1, C2, C3, right? Choose pad to quantize. Click value knob to select. But why is the sample? Why am I messing with the sample? All right, so let's go. All right, so let's see. So it says record setting, pattern select, pattern edit, record setting, but it puts me into the sample. But I don't want to quantize the sample. I want to quantize the pattern. Copy an entire bank, copy edit, choose pad to quantize, click value knob to select, click value knob to select. This is some bullshit. All right. select, pattern edit, choose pattern, press record setting. That's not right because that puts me in the freaking. This puts me in the actual filter and the drive on a bus. All right, so exit. All right, so we don't want to mute the bus. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Utility, import, pad setting, effect setting, metronome, count, tap, exchange, fixed velocity, chromatic, cue, pad link, mute groups. So yeah, that is what I need to do. It don't tell me exactly how I need to go about doing it. But anyway, what else is on this sheet? Let's go back through the sheets. Mute samples, pause sample, mute bus, shift the bus, end snap, record, press start end. In sample mode, remember delete start and end points. Remain, prevent start point. Mark loop point slice. Maybe that's a typo. It says loop pent slice. So I think that's supposed to be loop point slice. Roll is the end preview of loop. All right, so it said roll. Roll is right here. All right. All right. In live play, hold copy and change any one of these to affect all pads: speed, pitch, volume, BPM sync, gate, reset sample, shift and pad 6, protect sample, shift and copy, value knob, pad selects pattern without play. Oh my gosh. Undo recording, shift and pattern select. Oh my gosh. What's up, blatantly? Yeah, we messing with the SP404. We working through this this SP404 sheet. Working on secondary functions, and the secondary functions are throwing me for a loop on what all you can do and what all you need to press. I'll tell you one thing about me with drum machines. Like, if I can get on a drum machine, such as like the Ableton Move, if I can get on a drum machine and look at it and figure it out without it being so complex and complicated, then we are in business. Like, I can really concentrate on making music. And the one thing about the 404 is that you really got to spend time trying to figure out what secondary functions do what. And it's not apparent. Like, if you were thinking that you wanted to do a BPM sync, right? There's a button that says BPM sync, right? But then what else does the machine tell you of what's the second thing that you need to do to BPM sync what you're trying to BPM sync? Does that make sense? So that's the thing that bothers me with this. It takes too much of my brain power to think of how to make a beat. Now, I have figured out how to make some beats. It took me, like blatantly said, it took him half a day to kind of get around how to do stuff. Like, it took me a couple of sit downs with the machine to kind of even get to making the beats that I can make right now. But it really takes the fun out of it for me. Now, I am excited to actually get on the machine and do stuff on the machine when I sit in front of it. But by the time I pull my hair out trying to figure out what does what, it's all the fun out of it's gone. Now I can plug in any MPC in here, any MPC out of the 15 MPCs I got, and I can just start making the beat because I know I'm gonna load a drum kit, or I'm gonna load a freaking sample to a pad, and boom, 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 I'm gonna make a beat. Like I just hit record and I tap a pad and I can make a freaking beat. Or I can record in a sample, I can chop the sample and lay it out the way I need to. And probably the 404 is almost the same way. You can sample into it and you can do the lazy chop across 16 pads. But it's a little bit complex. So it says, what do you have your mark button set as, skip back or looper? I ain't got it. It's set on whatever it came with. I have no idea. Mark button set as skip back or looper. Let's see. My mark button is set as skip back. Yeah, it's on skip back. So I just did it just now. So I probably shouldn't have did that. Exit, I guess. Exit. Current data will be lost. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Now that's simple. I just did something. I went to the mark button. It went into skip back, and then whatever was on the screen was whatever I just played back and forth. I guess what was on that pattern, and I didn't want to mess nothing up, so I just clicked exit, and it said we're gonna exit. It's not gonna say what we just did. Cool. So blatantly blatant network says, be honest, I'm not a fan of skip back. I set mine to looper. I don't even know how to set it to looper. So let's see. We can do a quick ask Siri how to apply looper SP404. All right, it says easiest way to use this effect in action is to load a full track or a loop onto one of SP pads. That's not what I'm asking. All right, resample. So let's go back to looper on SP404 Mark 2. All right, let's see what it tells me. Looper. To activate the looper, press shift and the value wheel to switch back from skip back to looper mode. Then press mark to enter looper mode. All right, so press shift and the value wheel. So shift and the value wheel. So do I need to be in mark? Alright, shift mark. Okay, shift and value. So that ain't it. It says shift and the value wheel to shift from skip back to loop mode, then press mark to enter looper mode. You can set the loop length to 1, 2, 4 bars. Shift button and press the value. Oh, shift and press the value. Okay. Okay, so shift and press. There we go. Enable looper. SPS will reset. Okay. Got you. Enable skip back. Okay, got you. So you press it. All right, so blatantly, um, another way to do it is hit shift and press the actual button, and it'll initiate enable looper, and then shift and the button again to go back to skip back. So that's the easy way. So we learned something new today. All right, so let's go back to our pattern. All right, so we learned something new today. All right. Alrighty, so what else we're talking about? Load project, shift, and sub pad. I don't want to load any projects because actually let's do another. Let's make a beat while we're here. We're 30 minutes in, so let's make a beat really quick. Like I do got some new sounds, so let's actually before we make a beat, let's load us some more sounds. And then chromatic was interesting. All right, so let's go record. No, pattern select, exit, pattern select, record, one. Let's do 160. Let's do 8 bars. Y'all know I like 8 bars. Record, rehearse, we're in rehearse. All right. All right. Now I wonder if I was to delete that. I think that if I delete that sample, it's gonna delete it off of the pad forever. So I don't want to. I'm scared to delete it that way. Now I need to figure out how to mix the pattern sounds now. What's up, fam? I appreciate you, Sound Boys Paradise. He said he's stuck at work wishing I was at home with my Fold 4 Mark II. Man, this is what I do all day. So I'm over here experimenting. Trying to figure some shit out. So, I told y'all earlier that OTG did he made a cheat sheet for the SP404 365 OTG. His name is Charles Paris, and so he sells drum packs and he sells like tutorials on how to master SP404 and PC, all that kind of stuff. And I bought one of these a long time ago, and he sent some of these things in for free for the cheat sheet when I bought some sounds for the Fold 4. So I just wanted to just share, because I know within my friend group that all got Fold 4s, we were having a discussion that there's a engineer who pretty much did all the design for the Fold 4, said that there are a lot of hidden features in the SP404, and he will never tell. He said that it would take 100 years for everybody to figure out all the Easter eggs that's inside the 404. And so we're like, we already don't know how to use the 404 perfectly. So now you got hidden features in the mug all over the place, and you got to figure them out by accident. Nobody got time to be on damn 404 for 30 years unless it's your only drum machine and it's your drum machine of choice. But the 404 is not my first option to come in, and if I want to make some music in the studio, it is not my drum machine of choice to come in here and knock out some music that I need to make for an R&B artist. It's not my first choice to come in here and make a rap song for somebody, because I'm not gonna make it on the 404. I can tell you that. Now, if I get a request for a beat, it's gonna be on an MPC. Definitely gonna be on the MPC. All right, so let's experiment with this. I want to delete some of these samples out, and I'm scared that, I know how to do it. You can play it and in record mode, then delete it. I got it. All right. I know I remember seeing that before, that you could so I figured that out. So some of the samples that I put in there, I just went in just now and deleted them out. that can go on the end. So let's exit, go back. So let's exit pattern mode. Let's go find us some more samples. Alright. Alright, so let's go to Shift and import from SD card. We're going to go with the sample. All right, so let's see what we got. We're going to go to one of the lifted noise. I can't even freaking see. Lifted noise PRT pack. So he got lo-fi, kick, snares, instruments. Let's go to instruments, see what he got. These are wave files. Unsupported. Alright, so let's get out of there. One shots, instruments, there we go. Let's go with that one. Alright, so let's exit. And then maybe we go chromatic, maybe? Alright, so let's play it. Let's go back to pattern. I think we're on. There we go. And then we're on. So let's copy 1 to 2, enter, and then what we'll do is we'll go play two, and we'll add that to pattern 2. All right, so think about it here. So we got, so the first pattern would be this. So the hook will be that part. Anyway, enough of the 404 for today. I feel like if I'm not working on the 404, like in my free time, like after I'm done in the studio, it's a waste of my productive time while I'm in the studio trying to make music for artists and stuff like that. So it's a fun machine once you wrap your head around what it is that you're trying to do, whatever you need to do with the 404. It's cool for that, but um, it's not my number one go to machine for making beats. That's for me. Everybody else, you are free to do whatever you want to do, but the 404 is not my dream machine just yet. And another thing, I will tell you, the thing that I do like about it is that it is lightweight. You can carry it with you, and I don't have to like save my progress. I could just like right now, I could just cut it off, and if I cut it back on, it saved my progress of where I left off at. So I do like that. It doesn't take up a lot of real estate on my desk. For my streaming area right here, this is my streaming and my podcast area right here. And a lot of times I don't have a lot of room in front of me, so I'm moving things in and out. So you'll see on my channel that anytime I'm streaming, I'm sitting here in the front. I'm bringing the smallest machines that I can to the front to kind of like work in my hybrid scenario, because my computer is here. So any computer program that uses a machine, I can be right here in the midst in the cockpit. And then for the most stuff that's standalone that I don't need a computer for, it's on that side of the studio. So for y'all who've never seen my studio before, I'll give you a view of the other side of my studio as well. So on this side is my MPC One S2400, the MPC Ren, the MPC Touch, and a Roland 1824. And in the Caladan will go beside the S2400. Then in the back corner back here, back there, how you say, I do it, over there is the Key 61. Here on this side, I got the Machine Studio, Machine Jam, the Astro Lab, a Live 1. My Live 2 is in my other studio in the house. I got here I got the Machine Plus and the Mark 2. And behind me I have the keyboard for the Complete Control 49 key. And then over there where the white t-shirt is the MPC 4000 with a S2000 and S5000. And underneath the desk on this side I have a S3000. And then I got the Roland Verse Lab, the MPC 1000, the MPC X Special Edition, the MPC 2500 is on that side, the Akai Force, the MPC 5000, and then the LM drum is back there. Probably can't see it, but the LM drum is right there. And I got the Roland 808, I think it is. Then I got the Polyen tracker, the what else is over there? The Lo-Fi 12, the MPC X OG, and then somewhere on this side of the studio is the MV 8800. It's on that side. So that's just what this is for my studio. So this is I got a couple more surprises coming to the studio, and then this will be it. I'll stop at what I got, unless I decide to change some stuff out, swap out some stuff, and get something else. But for the most part, I'm keeping my MPCs. I'm keeping the Ableton Push 2, Push 3. I'm keeping the Ableton Move. I'm keeping my machine stuff. So anything that I get rid of will be like small things that are just collecting dust that I thought I'd use that I'm not using. So that'll be the deal for that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate you hanging in there. I wanted to talk about the new NPC a little bit, but I ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all let me know your thoughts about what y'all think's happening with the new NPC, if there is one coming. If you are not new to my channel, you know that I already ordered the new NPC when they dropped the link in Auto. So the new NPC is coming. A new NPC is coming. I know that for a fact. But you'll see it when it gets here. That's all I can say. You'll see it when it gets here, and that's just what it is. Follow me on all social media at Beats by Lonze. I'm on everything: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Clubhouse, Twitter, you name it. I don't have a freaking Snapchat. I used to have Snapchat, but there's no need for me to have Snapchat, so that's out of here. If you want to check out my music, beatsbylonze.bandcamp.com. I also have music on Spotify and Apple. All you gotta do is also search me up at Beats by Lonze everywhere. Not at Beats by Lonze everywhere, but Beats by Lonze. And then beatsbylonze.com. That's where all my beats reside. I got some expansions out there that I give away for free to those new producers who need some getting started sounds. My podcast, the Grind 329 podcast by Lonze, is out there. You can listen to all the podcasts there. And merch. If you want to check out my merch, I have my merch link on my website as well. Let me see if I can remember it by heart. GuruMerch-Spring.com. That's where my merch is. Y'all can check that out and see what my merch looks like. So I'm excited, man. I will say this. I am excited about the new MPC3 software when it comes out of beta. I am excited to see what happens when that hits the market as far as what the computer will be able to do. And I'm excited to see if there is a new... Why am I saying that? I'm excited to see what the new machines will do with the software and what comes in the new machines. That is what I am most excited to see. All right, so I will catch y'all on the next stream. Appreciate you, and peace out.